Good afternoon, Nkosi Talk Show's family. Is Nomsa here at Nkosi Talk Show's Find Your Own Voice Led from Within. So today I am on my own, guys, and I am doing the topic that we did yesterday. I'm doing part 2 of the topic. The topic is They Taught You the Survivor, Not a Happiness. It's time to choose it differently. So I'm doing part 2 of that. So you were taught to how to survive, how to keep quiet, to keep going and keep peace, but not how to live with joy, peace and authenticity. In this video, I am going to break down how to identify and release the family patterns that silently control your life. You don't have to repeat what hurt you. You can heal, you can choose different. So number one, recognize that when something feels off, you may feel anxiety, guilty, or emptiness, but at the same time you cannot explain why. So that's your nervous system reacting to internalized patterns. Awareness begins when you stop numbing and start noticing. So start noticing where the problem is. And sometimes it might be the patterns that we were taught by our parents. Sometimes it might be the patterns that we picked up from school or from our friends. So it depends really how you were raised. Or sometimes some people did not grow up with their parents. And there are some people who were raised by foster parents, or some people they were raised by grandparents like myself. I was raised by my parents, but not so real. I was actually raised by my grandparents. You know, when parents they go to work and they spend time at work, but who looked after us, it was my grandmother full time. She was, I think, in her 60s, and she just took the role and looked after us. But for me, growing up, my life was very, very straightforward. My family were very, very straightforward. They were not like a controlling parents where, because you have to admit parents compete against each other parents. My child has to be better than my next door neighbor's child. My child has to be better than her friends' children. My friends has to be better than the list goes on. So with my family, we didn't have that. We had very, very easy life, minding our own business. And my grandmother raised us to be us and to live our own lives, not to somebody else, not to copy our friends. Or, you know, when you raise your children and you start competing with other parents, it destroys your child because they are no longer becoming who they want to become. The pressure, you put the pressure onto them because you're no longer wanting them to be them. You want them to be like the other parents. Like if the other one is going to be a nurse, be a doctor. Be even better than go higher up, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be this, because the nursing is not enough. But any qualifications that we do is always enough. Some of you guys know Bob Proctor made his millions in cleaning business. He started his business and a cleaning business, and he became a millionaire while he was based in the United States, and then he came to the UK. I don't know whether he set up the company here in the UK or he was in here. I'm not sure. I've not been able to understand that story, but that's how it was. So any qualifications that your child has, they will still qualified, become a millionaire or billionaire as long that qualifications has God in it. So it's really, really, really important to get rid of those patterns where our parents, they might have put pressure on us and to become, or the competition in life becomes a competition. And then when you look at yourself, or you value yourself, or you start thinking that I'm not enough, marriages, people compare their marriages with other people. People compare, this fake hair. They compare the fake hairs with other people. They compare the high heels. If she's got those high heels, I'm even going to go and buy even a better brand. But you know what? High heels is something that I wear today. Tomorrow, I don't want to wear them. I can just chuck it in the bin. So some things that we truly, truly compete, they are not necessary. So those pattern, recognize what feels off. Number two, identify emotional triggers in your everyday life. Pay attention what makes you overreact. Is it rejection, criticism, or um, or is it being ignored? These are often old wounds from childhood replaying in the present. So what I have done in my life is when it comes to rejection and how I deal with the rejection is I've learned that I'm my own person. If someone rejects me, that doesn't mean that they are wrong. It means that's who they are. So I need to continue loving myself. How am I dealing with the criticism? If someone criticizes me, there are two things that I have to analyze. Are they criticizing me because of jealousy? Or are they criticizing me because they want me to be better at what I do? So there are two different criticisms. Some people might criticize you because they want you to be better. They want you to push yourself to be uncomfortable, to be better, to produce better results. But then there are some that they criticize you because they're jealous. They can't do what you do, so they have to be nasty. So those are those things that people can do. And the other one is being ignored. Be comfortable in your own company. If someone is ignoring you, you don't have to react to it. Just be comfortable, be who you are. And that, for me, it has worked. Be comfortable in my own company and loving me and walking in my own lane. Number three, reflect on what emotions were allowed or punished in your family. Were you told don't cry? You were told to be tough. We don't talk about that. Emotionally suppresses become survival, but it disconnects you from yourself. Like myself, like I said, I was raised by my grandmother. And when I lived, I've got two older sisters. And now I'm old, I'm a very, very strong woman. Because when I was young, they let me cry. My sisters, they let me cry. I used to cry a lot with my grandmother. If my grandmother is not there, I've got my two sisters, I will just cry because uh, I want to be loved. I was loved by my dad, loved by my parents, my mom, loved by my grandmother. So if my grandmother is not there, my sisters have to give me cuddles. If they don't give me attention, I cry. Or if I want something and or they're not there, I cry. Or if they're not there, I want them, I cry. So I cried for so many reasons, but they let me cry. They never tell me I'm embarrassing them or don't cry in public or anything. They just let me cry. But now I am this woman with strength. I have strength in me because of the love that they gave me. They let me be. So I don't know how you were raised. It does not mean that if parents say don't cry, be strong. It does not mean that was wrong. That's how they interpreted it. They see life. They saw life in those moments. So it does not mean that they were wrong or anything. So all these things you can do them. You can cry if you want to cry. You can do scream if you want to scream. I always tell my friends that if you feel like you're screaming at someone, I'm available. I'm on the other end of the phone. You can call me and scream if you're feeling angry. I will listen to that. So it's really, really important. And number 4, observe your role in the family system. Were you the caretaker, the peacemaker, the overachiever, the black sheep? The roles often shape your identity and self-worth well, well into adulthood. In my family, my siblings, I don't think we had someone who felt like a black sheep. My parents did not have a favorite child. Maybe they did in secret, but they didn't have their own favorite child. Me, I was the one who hanged out with my parents the most. The other ones, they were like, because my parents like to talk, guys. They like to talk. When I'm saying talking like motivational speakers, they will sit down and talk to you about motivational speaking. They will preach how you should be good. But my siblings used to run away from that. But for me, I used to love it because I ask questions. When they talk, I ask questions. So I used to hang out with my parents because I loved the way they were. My stepdad loved to preach how the good attitude, the character when you grow up, how important that is to be a woman, a strong woman, independent woman. And you go to my dad, he'll be preaching. And then me, I just want them just to be closer to them because they talk, the things that they were talking made sense. And so all these things, so my siblings would just run. They'll be like, oh, here we go. He's here. He's starting. So they'll just hide. But for me, I just be around them because I knew that my spirit in me, I knew that I needed that. I needed them. So my angel will not allow me to run away from them. So I would just listen to them. And they made sense. It was good. So I don't know how your parents were. Some parents, they are the parents who are they make you feel that another child is better than the other one. So they have their favorite. With my children, I've got 2 girls, a 19-year-old one and a 10-year-old one. You'll find them arguing, saying, my mom loves me more. No, she loves me more. And this one will be like, I was born first because they've tried to figure out who is the favorite. But I love my children the same in my spirit. I love them the same. I want them to be better. I want them to succeed. I want them to grow up and become who they want to become. But I know that whatever I wish, whatever I desire in my spirit, in the womb, because I gave birth to them, if I ever feel negative about my children, they will not succeed. They will have lack of confidence. So what I need to do is I need to boost them with that confidence within my spirit, in my womb, because I gave birth to them. So I need to send the right energy to them. I don't have a favorite. When I stand with God, I'm like, God, make my children better. That's all I do. Make my children better, who they are meant to be. Create them the way they are meant to be. May your hand be upon my children because I don't want them to, I want to do my best as a parent. But doing my best, it means I have to send the right energy to them. So they're like, they've tried to figure out who is loved the most. But if I have that energy that I love my oldest or I love my youngest than my oldest, that one is not going to feel okay because they can feel the energy. Children can feel the parents' energy. It's like my mom. If her spirit is not settled, I can feel her. That means my spirit cannot be settled. If she's worrying about something, I can feel that she's worried about something. So I have to make sure that I help her to ease the pain. So all these things. So I don't know how you guys were raised. Me, I wasn't raised perfect, but I was raised enough to now to look back and rewrite my story, how my story is meant to be. Notice repeating life patterns. Keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners. Can't say no. Always feel responsible for others. These patterns are symptoms of deeper family programming. So, do you feel responsible for others? Do you neglect your own? So, I don't know. So, rewrite your story. Number 6 is journal your story without filtering. Write what you feel, what you felt growing up, not just what happened, but what was missing, emotionally absent is as damaging as essential abuse. For me, what was missing is my parents. Although I was raised by my grandmother, my dad worked well. My mother worked, she stayed in a different city. So I had to rewrite my story. When I was older now, I had to rewrite my story that I wish my parents were there. But because of work, paying the bills, we cannot get what we want. So that's why with my children, I try to be around them as much as I can. I miss like, I think I just miss 1 or 2 per year, 1 or 2 events. Every event they have, I'm always there to actually make sure. And their dad is the same story. Their dad are the ones that works long hours. For me, I work flexible hours because that's what I've chose to work flexible hours. My daughter, she's gone to university. This one, my youngest one, she's 10. Before you know it, she'll be gone too. So it's best for me to actually spend time with them. So I don't know how for you, how your family was like. For me, my parents worked away. But I seen them when they were like my dad during he should come in the house, like he will come. If he didn't have lots of work, he will come at home. But when he did come, we'll spend lots of times together. For me, I think most of my siblings, for me, I'm the one who enjoyed my parents. I think so, because I used to hang out with them. When my mom goes to work, I go to work with my mom and spend the whole day with my mom. Before I got a job, when I was 16, I spent time with my mommy. That's my mom, daddy. I call her mom, daddy, because my dad is gone. My stepdad is gone. I don't have a dad anymore. They're all gone. So she's now mom, daddy. She's doing daddy's job. So it means my dad looks after me. So she has to be there for me. Even though I'm 47, guys, I still need my mom. Um, so she looks after us now. But I think I'm the one that enjoyed my parents. My mom had a shop where she had an office where just her and her friend where she designed clothes. She's a fashion designer. And so I used to go there all day long and spend time with her. Or I'll go around the shops. She'd give me money, go around the shops and just have a look around, buy nice food, and come and sit down and eat, and then go home in the evening with her. So that's how I enjoyed my parents actually. Yeah. So I don't know how you guys your story, but even though the my subconscious mind is still wished more, even though I spend time with them. but my subconscious mind still wanted more. When I was a child baby, I needed them, but they had to go to work. So that's that. Our stories are different. Number 7, ask yourself, who would I be if I wasn't trying to be who they needed me to be? The question reverses, how much of your identity was shaped by trying to be safe or accepted? Some people, even now, they are still trying to be accepted by their friends. They are still trying to fit in by their friends. They're still trying to be like everybody else. And then number 8, learn about your parents or caregivers past, understand their trauma. It helps you to see that they weren't intentionally harming you. They were repeating what they knew. So I tell my children, these guys, all the time, that when you're older, don't prove yourself and say, my mom wasn't enough or this, because I'm learning this thing as I go along, guys. Being a parent, you can't be like a super parent. It doesn't work like that. So we learn each and every single day. Myself, I tell my children that I'm learning how to be a parent, because although I have my first daughter, but their characters are different. So the way I raised that one, it's not the way I'm going to raise this one. This one's character is completely different. So it's important to understand that. And identify, number 9, identify generational themes. Is there a history of silence or addiction, abuse, or poverty? Patterns often run for generational until someone breaks the cycle. This is what I'm doing, guys, in my family when I'm fasting and praying. I'm breaking the things in my family that are there. Like, I'm breaking, we don't have a billionaire in our family. That means poverty. The millionaires, our grandparents, they live a better life than us. Like for me, my grandparents they had a better life than my dad, than my mom. My mom lived with my stepdad. My stepdad, they come from a family who are millionaires. They're all wealthy family. But they're not my blood, remember. So now I'm looking at my bloodline, the cycle that I need to break. So I need to get rid of poverty, education-wise, to bring back, because when you have people in the bloodline that have degrees, and you have some people in the bloodline, they don't have degrees. A bloodline should succeed. All of them in the bloodline, like if my family name, my dad's family name is Nubi, so everyone in that name in my bloodline should succeed. They all should have degrees, not just specific people. So what I'm trying to break now is my whole family to succeed, to shine. That bloodline, my father's bloodline. Then you have my grandmother's bloodline, which her family line, my father's mother. They have to shine. So I have made a choice that I'm going to break that. And then you have my grandmother's mother. They have to shine in that bloodline, not just specific people. All of them have to shine. And on my mother's bloodline as well, her mother's side, they have to shine, not just a specific family. They have to shine. My mother's bloodline is mother. They have to shine. My mother's father, her bloodline, not specific people that get degrees. They all have to have degrees. That's how you break the bloodline cycle. And which is what that I'm doing, and Lucifer does not like it. He has brought challenges after challenges to say, if that's what you are doing, I'm going to block, I'm going to stop your degree. But I've broken that cycle. I have my qualifications in different places. I've done different qualifications. I've just finished my other course just now. My certificate arrived today. So I have broken the education bloodline curse in my bloodline. Now it's up to my bloodline, is the children now to rise. They can waste time and think they are not enough. Everything requires effort and time. To give it time, to try, it requires that. So I've broken that curse. Then the case of marriages. So you have to look at the cycle in your bloodline. There's so much divorce. In my grandparents' fathers, they didn't divorce. But the divorce started on my grandparents, my father's mothers and fathers on both sides, they all divorced. That can cause a divorce in the bloodline cycle. So I'm breaking that. I'm in the middle of breaking that cycle of divorce, breaking that, and poverty. I need to break the cycle of poverty, guys. It's been hell. I can sit here, guys, when we talk about breaking the cycle of poverty, it's not been easy. I've been fought by people in the realm of the spirit because they stole my bloodline's wealth and I want it back. I want it to be restored. If you see the bloodline, people have degrees. But no one comes up to invent something. No one is a millionaire. No one is got a wow moment. They all buy good houses. They all have beautiful houses, beautiful wives. They get married, but there is no wow to say this. It can only be done by God. So that's what I'm fighting for my family and myself, to be a billionaire, to raise millionaires in my family. So that's the cycle that I'm breaking. Is it easy? We'll talk about it some other time. It's not easy. So recognize those, break those cycles. If there's a cycle of abuse, you can break that cycle. If there's addictions, you can break the cycle of addictions as well. So recognize, number 10, recognize the unspoken family rules. These are things like we don't talk about emotions, or you must always be strong. These rules silently shape your behavior and limit your freedom. You have to have freedom. You have to, like they tell you to woman up or man up. How can you woman up if you want to talk to someone? Number 11, explore what love meant in your household. Was love conditionally or based on achievement? Was it withdrawn during conflict? These dynamics shape how you give and receive love as an adult. So for me, guys, the love of my children is not based on achievement. I love my children if they don't do well. I still love them, they know that. But you don't make deals with children. I always make deals with my children. If you do better, I reward you. If you do this, I reward you. If they don't do better, I hold them in my hands and I tell them that you are destined to be something. You are destined to be greater. You can fight, you can get the results that you want. Only you that can get where you need to be. The results that you want, you know as a child what you want to achieve, but you can achieve that. But it's not easy. You have to work. While everyone else is playing outside, you have to be reading books. You have to allow people can give you a nickname. If you love books, you want to get better results, you got to be different. You cannot fit in. You cannot try to fit in. While others, they go and have pleasure, you got to be reading books. So that's how I'm able to cope. I've got kids, guys. I've got a business to run. And then I had to study. Meaning when everyone else was going out, I was reading books. I was doing some research. When everyone else was going away doing the things that they like, I was I was I was busy making sure I beat the deadline. I had to be given a nickname. Even the father of my child, he could not understand, but I knew what I needed. I had to study because otherwise, wherever we need to achieve, guys, you can't just achieve something without putting an effort. And you can't compare your life with somebody else. What do we see with others, their success? They had to sacrifice something. They had to deprive themselves on something. They had to deprive a nice life in order for them to create a better life. And that's what I'm doing. When I'm saying I just finished the course right now, I finish a course because I need to understand when I'm speaking the business language. When I'm hiring people, I need to be able to understand when I'm talking about social media, when I'm talking about marketing, because marketing is business, is what makes money in the business. I need to be able to understand the language, to speak it, the code, tell them this is what I need, this is what I need you to do, even if I know how to do it. I can't do everything, guys. I cannot be a CEO and go around and doing everything, but I need to have the knowledge so I can talk to someone and say, I would like you to do this for me. Do this, and do it perfect. Because I know so it can produce money for me, for my company, and be able to become something. So that's what you need to do. Number 10. Number 12. Understand trauma responses: fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Ask yourself which one you tend to operate in. For example, fawning in people pleasing, often rooted in a fear of rejection. Do you want to please people because you fear of being rejected? Guys, I do what I do. People have tried for me to try to fit in. I don't have time for that nonsense. I don't have time for nonsense to fit in with everybody. I don't have that time. The only person that I'm willing to please is God, because I know that whoever I become, God will bring good people in my life to lead me where I need to be, to take me to where I need to be. So I don't have time for nonsense for people who want me to fear of them rejecting me. If I'm not good enough, it's fine. You can walk away. I don't have time trying to fit in with anybody. I'm okay leading my life the way I working and implementing and being me, not trying to be something that I'm not. So I don't want to be like my friends. I don't want my friends wanting me to be like them. So I don't have time for that nonsense. So I don't know about you guys, whether do you fear rejection? For me, I believe that a good friend is a friend that accepts you for you. A good friend is a friend that celebrates you. A good family member is a family member that supports you, that he wants you to be you, that he motivates you, that lifts you up, that even when you fall, they don't say, oh, I told you so, or whatsoever. They always celebrate you. So for me, that's what I do. I don't do no nonsense of you got to be this, you got to be this, or else. I don't do that. Even with many, a man that gives me ultimatum, because my spirit is a free spirit. It's a spirit that is full of love, that is full of ideas, full of walking wanting to succeed, wanting to celebrate my friends succeeding, wanting to walk in my own lane, the lane that is not perfect, the lane that it has so many challenges, the lane that has so much joy, the lane that it has peace. I don't want any nonsense. Gossip, the lane that has no gossip. Coming. Yeah. Okay. So guys, my heating is not working, so someone is coming to fix it. We came to fix it last week. We wait for one day and we stop. So I'm going to shut this door so I don't make any noise. When you want to come here, just come on in. So yeah, so that was that. And just don't try to fit in with other people. It's not worth it. Trying to fit in with others, for me, is nonsense. When people expect you to be somebody else that you're not, that's how I see it really well. If I work hard and trying to be the personality, trying to be like my friends, or trying to expect my friends or family members to be like me, that's not good, because one, to be honest, guys, it's not an easy game. So I don't expect my friends to be like me, expecting them to live their own life and to be who God created them to be. My job is to celebrate. I'm sharing in the video, right? My job is to celebrate my family, or to celebrate my friends, and not trying to make them be like me. I don't do this kind of thing. So I believe in freedom. And when you believe in freedom, everyone has to have a freedom. People know who they're meant to be. So you let them become who God created them to be. If they don't create nothing in their lives, that's the one. And all I have to do is just pray for them to become something. But if they don't change, you can't force people. You just have to let people do. So that's what I believe, that everyone has a freedom. And number 13, name what you needed but didn't get. What did you get as a child that you needed? Was it a validation? Was it protection? Was it affection? Don't blame yourself as well. Naming unmet needs is essential to heal them, to healing them. So it's important to be honest. What did you want when you were a child that you did not get? Like I explained to myself, I needed my parents there to raise me, but they were not there. So number 14, separate your intention from impact. Maybe your parents knew, but their impact was still hurtful. You are allowed to hold both the truth, love, pain can coexist. So number 15 is pausing and triggered instead of reacting. The moment of pausing is where transformation begins. Choose curiosity over reactivity. Track your inner dialogue. What do you say to yourself when you make a mistake or feel vulnerable? Often it has a voice from your past Replace criticism with compassion. Set boundaries, even if they feel uncomfortable. Boundaries protect. That's number 17. Your feeling starts small. Saying I'm not available for that is powerful act of self-respect. Number 18, normalize your needs. You need to for rest, affect. Your need for rest, affection, and space is not selfish, it's human. So follow your heart. Be comfortable saying I need my space. Number 19, release the pressure to fix or save others. You are not there to fix everybody. You are not responsible for anyone else's emotions or feelings. That's survival or the not your truth. God is God's job to save people, to fix people. Number 23, the family beneath you didn't choose. Mourning what you didn't receive is not self-pity. It's necessary for healing. Guys, I am where I am today. I had to do all these things. Practice number 821. Practice being seen and heard, even if it scares you. Start speaking your truth, even if your voice is shaken. Being authentic is how you retain your power. Don't be around the people that want you to not to be you. Surround yourself with people that celebrate you, that accept you for you, unapologetic. Surround yourself, number 22, surround yourself with self-supporting relationships. You can't be in the same environment without a help you. Find the people who hold the space for your growth. Number 23, create a new ritual. This might be journaling, walking in the nature, lighting a candle, or burning a tree, a ritual ground for healing, connection, prayer life. For me, my ritual is God, guys. I love God so much in a way that I don't think I'll be here today if it wasn't for Him. I think that some people, when they talk about God, they think that all nonsense in my heart. Guys, I was in a room with Lucifer making an offer. God is not making an offer, but He is quiet. I could feel the love with the same answer, I love you. You are my child. Whatever is going wrong, whatever you want, my love is for eternity, not for me giving you something. My love is real, is poor, is everything. I could feel that love, the angel of God, holding me, saying, I love you. And you will not die. And Lucifer was there. But his offer was like, I will give you whatever you always wanted in this life. If you want to be famous, I'll give it to you. If you want to be a billionaire, I'll give it to you right now. Him, he was buying me. But God wasn't buying. He knew that Lucifer was killing me. He wanted to kill me, to sacrifice me, to try and work, because I've been put under sacrifice. But God was there. The same answer covered me. And He will not die as long as you believe that I am the Father. In the end, I had to challenge myself. I was like, hang on a minute. Why should I believe you that you're gonna make me a billionaire? How can you make me a billionaire overnight? How can you make me a millionaire overnight? How can you give me what you say you're gonna give me? If I hadn't worked for it, what's the prize? And everything has a prize. And then Lucifer just laughed. He was like, I knew you would always choose that. So what's your ritual? So for me, when I come here and testify, people don't know. I read the Bible like everybody else, and I didn't know that actually God is real. It was then when I was dying now, Lucifer he was taking my life. What he wanted to take my life. He was taking my life. I'd left the earth. I knew I was no longer on earth. But now I'm meeting God. And here is Lucifer, the demon. God is saying, I love you. I'll do anything for you. I don't have my love is endless. It's not for me doing this for you. It's you accepting me, your heart, and you loving me. But that one had no negotiations because I love God. I loved him since I was young. Everything is done for me. Everything that I have done was all for him. It was all him. I achieved so many things without having a degree, without having secondary education. I started up to primary school and I told my parents, I hanged out with my parents. I told them I wanted to travel. I didn't go to secondary school in Africa. I wanted to travel. I didn't need the education because the angel of God was teaching me English. He was teaching me things. So I left and I came here to the United Kingdom. And when I came here, I decided I needed to go to school. So I went to college. And then from college, I went to university. And that's when then I realized that actually education doesn't matter. God is the one that matters. But for me to be able to do things, I need the qualifications. I need to learn things. I need to have a certificate. So that's why I went to school and started. But the people that knows my story, where I come from, they testify that God is God. This girl, she has achieved what she has achieved, not because of her, but because of God. They can testify that no one, it's just the madness of dancing and acting and stuff. That gift is natural. That was my granddad. So I have that is a gift that given by God, but the rest. So I'm sharing this story with you is so that you can look at yourself and look at your life. Not compare your life with anybody, but it's between your life is between you and God. And then validate your inner child today. They say you were never true. You were just unsupported. This kind of self-talk rewires yourself. Or you can, if you are a Christian, guys, don't waste time. Go to the Bible. Ask God to rewire your brain or swap your brain with his brain. Number 25, release the guilt of choosing yourself. Sometimes choosing yourself, it can feel guilty, but that's the only way for you to be able to be where you want to be. Survival teaches you to prioritize others. Healing teaches you to include yourself in that. So number 26, define what joy looks like for you. Joy doesn't have to be loud or flashy. It can be quiet, peace, meaningful work, or healthy connection. Number 27, make decisions from alignment and not fear. Ask, is this what I want or what I feel obligated to do? Number 28, celebrate your small wins. It's important to celebrate it. Whether your wins are big or too small, you celebrate them. Number 29, let relationship evolve or end. Not everyone will come with you. That's okay. You are not abandoning. You are honoring yourself. Some people will judge you. And choosing you does not require, you don't become popular, by the way. I'm not popular because I chose God and I chose to be me. But that makes people uncomfortable because people want to control. We are where we are because someone took us there. The success that they have, someone dedicated their lives to take us there. The failure that we have is because we chose to hang out with the wrong people, or we chose to fall, we chose not to right. Number 30, practice emotional regulations. Learn how you smooth yourself without shutting down. Meditate, breathe, pray, reparenting yourself. Give yourself now that what you didn't get. Patience, kindness, protection, encouragement. Number 32, speak your identity out loud. I am worthy. I am self. I'm allowed to choose a different life. Words rewrite your nervous system. Number 33, write your new family legacy. What do you want to pass down? Honesty, emotional self, freedom to be imperfect. Start living it now. Number 34, stay committed to work. Healing isn't a menu. You revisit the same end. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're free. And number 35, help others once you are grounded. When you are ready, what you've learned not to fix others, but to light the path for someone who is still trapped inside. So you can change other people's life by sharing them. You don't want them to be you, but you want them to find their own life the same way you find your own life. So you can share your story. You can empower others by helping them. Remember, our job is not to fix anyone, but our job is to pray for them, pray to God to give them the light that God is meant to be glorified through those people. So we can, by being who we are, and someone may say, you know what, I like the person you are becoming. So what did you do different? For me, guys, is this thing that changed my life. That's my life. This is my work. This thing, it can destroy, it can give you joy, it can make you a millionaire, it can make you a billionaire, it can destroy your enemy, it can really, the list goes the Bible. May I just thought you just read the Bible and find about it in real life. But the Bible is fulfilling. When you're feeling depressed, anxiety, where does the anxiety come from? It comes from the things that develop slowly, the unmet needs, the needs that we want that we have not fulfilled, and the anxiety comes in slowly by slowly. But this thing, it can heal your body. Even when you are ill, you read the scriptures every day, 10 chapters every day, or 5 chapters every day. It will help you. Everything is in you. That's where I get my intelligence, guys, from the Bible. And mostly, if you are someone who can memorize the scriptures, it's even worse. You can sing the scriptures, it's even worse. You become more intelligent. And most of the people, they spend the time cluttering their mind with the who didn't love them, their neighbors. Oh, my friend is so annoying. You know what? It's a waste of time. Me, it's a waste of time. I used to be like that. But my mindset, I had to rewire my mindset. If you are my neighbor, you are my friend, and your mind is not in the right place, I pray for you. I read the scriptures for you. That's the only thing that I wish you well. But I can't fix you. Only God can fix you. That's his job. Pray for one another and leave the rest to him. So you cannot be alone. And you cannot hang out with people that are putting you down for the sake of hanging out with you. Family members who don't agree with your story, you don't have to fight them. It's a waste of time. Love your family. Dedicate your love in loving them and say, you know what, I stand in truth. I love you, but I cannot be. walk, keep walking. They'll follow you if they want to follow. But if you want to stay down with them, they stay down. That's the only advice that I can give you guys. Words of encouragement is whatever you've been taught, rewrite your own story. Rewriting your story does not require popularity. It requires you being honest. What do you want to achieve when you rewrite your story? And how much is it going to cost you? It will cost you friends. It can even cost you your husband who made a vow and said, honey, I love you with all my heart. I would die for you. But the day you decide not to take the crap, not to take the nonsense, that husband will not stay with you. Because he will not understand where you need to be. So I'm telling you guys what it means. Even in the Bible, God says, in my name, people will reject you. In my name, your family will reject you. In my name, you will go to prison. In my name, you might even die. There's no lying. The day you choose to stand out, to be who you created to be, your friends that you thought were real are fake, they turn against you. Because in those moments, it is just you, studying you, being your own researcher, researching your brain, researching your mind, and people don't like it. Doing the right thing will cost you friendships, relationships. That's what I live with. May God bless you. May you live with grace. I will see you guys tomorrow. I am on tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. And just be you. Create the life that you want. If you're married, a woman, when you decide to be angry, get rid of egos as well. Being you, it means you get rid of egos. A rebellion means you have to have a wisdom within you. Surrender everything what you think you know, and just say, you know what? I just want what is written about me in my book of life. Billionaire is written there about you. Millionaire is written there about you. Marriages, everything is written about you. But that's why we have Satan. Satan's job is to cause problems. So you go different way. You don't achieve what you want to achieve. So God bless you guys. And please do share the video. If you are following any part of social media, there are two groups in the multi-billionaire mindset and talk show. Do join those groups to be part of the family. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And what else can you do? Go to the website. If you need coaching, there's different coaches there. You can make some inquiries. My office number is there. And or you can send an email through. You can fill out the form. If you are looking for love as well, I'm a matchmaker. I'm a lover harmonious device, and love is what I harmony. When you look at my profile, my personal profile, I'm just all about love. It's not pretend. It's something I was born, and there's something that I am. And I teach, I help my clients to find true love. And that's what I do. So if you are single, looking for love, Melissa is you are in the right place with the Hope Spring Connect. It is. God bless you and live with grace. I shall see.